This is an assault. I have a drinking problem? F you, Peck, you're a Mormon.
Ozzy.
Next to you, we all have a drinking problem. What the fuck is this?
Hello. And we're back. What's up, folks?
You can see us and how ugly we are.
Yeah, it's our first video.
Despite our beautiful voices.
Using that phone for a camera. That's what's up. You know, high budget stuff. Actually, that is an expensive ass camera. That's a fucking Note 10.
Yeah.
I think it was like $1,000.
Yeah, that's a really expensive camera.
Phones are fucking ridiculously expensive now.
We
They're
both
like-
got the same phone. Interesting.
Well, to be fair, I had to get it.
So did I.
Well, okay, so here's my story. I had an S10 for like a week, and I lost it in the restroom at a bar because I went and like took a duty. You know what I'm saying?
A dumpsky doodle
Yeah,
doodle.
you know, and I just like I do whatever I do on my phone. Like I just like go to the news, whatever, blah blah blah. Anyway,
Yeah, news.
the news.
Yeah,
And
right.
And then so I left it on top of the toilet paper thingy, and then I just like walked out, and I was like, oh shit! And I realized like 5 minutes later that I left it in there, and I already knew who the guy walked in, walked out, and it was gone. I was like, you motherfucker! Like I know who took it, whatever. Anyway, yes, that's why I ended up getting that. fucking expensive ass fucking
You
phone.
pretending that you watch the news on your phone. It
well-
reminded me of when we went to Hope and me and you were there, and like it was like the first time we had gone out in COVID times, and they had like those scan menus or whatever.
Yeah.
And I pulled out my phone and I was like, yeah. And I don't know, I like never use like my camera or anything, so I was like, oh, how do I do this? And they had and you were like, just point it at it, and your phone will like pick it up. So I pointed at it, and then I was like, okay, cool. And then it's like, go to webpage, and I clicked it, and I was like, yeah, sure. And like the first thing it does is like pull up Pornhub, and then like a new tab starts with the Hope and Anchor menu, and I was like, oh my god, things are different now, man. Fucking pandemic is fucking ruining everything, dude.
Oh man. Speaking like, dude, fucking pandemic. Like, I mean, how much TV and shit did you watch? Like,
Well, at the beginning, I didn't watch a lot. Honestly, at the beginning, I was doing like, so I had told you about this before, but it's like I think that I there's like this thing that people do. It's called a dopamine detox, where they say that we're so overstimulated now because of like the access to like everything is so easy, right? Like you can listen to music all the time, you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to audiobooks. You can watch TV on your phone. Like you can watch TV almost like anywhere.
well, here's the fucking crazy thing. Like, in between, like when I'm playing a video game, in between load times, sometimes,
Right.
I'll take out my fucking phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like sometimes I'll be playing a game, like I'll be playing Apex, right?
Yeah.
And my friends will tell me like, oh, hey, you should use Lifeline because like she's gonna be good with the squad that we got or whatever. And I'll be like, all right, cool, yeah, I'll get Lifeline the next game. And then like I'll be like on my phone during the loading screen, and then you look up and like you know how it has a little timer. And I'll be like, oh fuck, and then I'll like Pathfinder or like whatever, and I'm like, shit, dude. It's like I'm so sucked in that. So anyway, like last year I heard about the dopamine detox,
Yeah.
and basically the idea being, I mean, would you be down to try one with me?
What?
Dopamine detox?
Okay, well, you're gonna explain it what the fuck it is first.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then do it then.
Okay.
Before I
So
say yes to this.
basically, it's no internet for. We
All
can
right,
do like
we're done. We're over.
Okay.
That's it. It's over. No internet. The hell?
yeah, no internet, no like basically anything that's stimulating, like even music. You can't listen to music.
Nope. Dude, I use music for literally everything. Like, I don't know. Like Spotify has been
But
like.
the idea being is it's like you're abstaining for a little while, and then when you come back into it, things that normally weren't as gratifying to you before because you were so overloaded with shit, when you come back to it, it's supposed to be like badass again. Like you can like
See, I have a different philosophy when it comes to that shit because I'm a little like, as you know, I'm a little like scatterbrained. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I tend to just like do a thing, and then I'll like switch to doing another thing, and then blah blah blah, and then like I'll never either like dedicate myself to one thing. And that's what like I think being old, like, or getting older, has like taught me, is that like, all right, bitch, you're 35, like figure something out and get really good at it. Like, stop trying to do all this shit at the same time, right? Because you end up being what they call it,
bitch, but you're good at shit.
right? Okay, I'm good, but I'm not great at anything. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like, I can't say that.
You're full of shit.
What are you talking about?
Your art is good.
Okay.
I
yeah.
think it's great.
Okay.
I'm not just sucking your dick. Like, I think it's like genuinely good.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like.
You made this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This. Hold on. But this. Anyway. Stop it. You're distracting me. See,
Look
I'm
at this,
doing it. I'm
dude.
doing it again.
What does it make you think? What
No,
does it
it's
make
not-
you think?
It's not supposed to make
like-
you think about anything.
Yes, it did.
That's
to
a-
me, it's like my swamp. Stay out of my swamp.
What am I, an ogre? Am I an ogre?
Yeah, that's what I got from it. Anyway. go ahead.
Anyway, shit. See, I did it again. God damn it. All right, no, hold on. All right, here we go. Right. Where you get like, you know, where I pick up something, and Jennifer's noticed this about me too, where I pick up something and I want to do it, and I just move on to something else. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Okay. And I completely lost my fucking train of thought because that's just the way I work with that type of
Okay,
shit.
dude. See, so it's talking about scatterbrain. That's a perfect example.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's what, okay. I'm glad you brought me back. All right, here we go.
Right. See, that's
See,
why.
that's why we made a good team.
Dude.
That's why
Fucking
we're a
cheers,
good team,
dude. Backward Boys, dude.
Oh, Backward Boys,
Backward
dude.
Boys 2021, dude. Not a
All right,
sponsor.
all right,
Quiz
all
not a
right.
sponsor.
No, not sponsored. So like being scatterbrained, and instead of like you using the energy, like, okay, so it's like if I was on Facebook, and then I would be like, all right, I'm off of Facebook. Okay, let me go to Instagram. All right, I'm off of Instagram. All right, let me watch some Netflix. All right, I'm done with that. So instead of doing that, I just started taking out, like, replacing like activities with like better shit. So for instance, if
Chess.
Huh?
Chess.
Well,
That's what I do. Like on my phone, like if I have a timer, a 1 hour timer on Instagram. Like, and after I use it for an hour, like my phone locks me out. And you can turn it off, but I don't. But after that, every time like I pull out my phone to play, like go on Instagram or whatever, like because I can't get on it, I'll be like, oh shit, like I'll just play chess instead. So like I'll pull out like the chess app and I'll start playing chess. But
see, like I knew it was a problem that I had, but I didn't think it was a problem that people like knew I had until I was hanging out with Caesar the other day, and he was trying to get this guy Alex Nava to like commission a painting off of me, and he told Caesar, he's like, hey, I just hit your boy up on the Instagram and he didn't message me back, and Caesar was like, well, which ones did you hit him up on? He's got like fucking 10 of them.
oh yeah, that's true.
And it's just like, shit. You know,
Why don't you delete your old accounts?
I don't know. They're just there, whatever. Point is, like, what I started doing was like replacing like those bad habits, like, or what I thought is bad habits. You know, like you want to be on Facebook and Instagram all day, then you do you, whatever. I'm not judging. But what I started doing was just like, all right, you know what I'll do is like, fuck it, I'll just go paint real quick. You know, and then after I'm done painting,
Yeah.
and I'll spend like an hour or so painting, and I'm like, I'm distracted again. What do I do now? I know, edit the podcast. Okay, what do I do that? I know, like and subscribe to like different accounts and like start promoting our shit, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean that's a lot of shit that like I wanted to do with like the previous podcast, like Lives and Libations, but it's just one of those things that I just kind of like I zoned out, and then I got caught up with a bunch of other shit, and you know, but now I'm trying to like give it the old college try, as it were. But you know, like
yeah.
using
Well, you're
the-
doing a good job, like a badass job.
well, using your scatterbrain energy and
We
kind
have
of like,
5 subscribers on Instagram now, or on YouTube now, dude.
you shouldn't have said that. You have 5 subscribers. That's how many.
Yeah.
I mean, I think two of them are definitely us.
yeah, for sure. They're
But
me and you.
that's a people. Those are
Yeah.
people.
Can we see on YouTube what the other names of the people are? Can we shout them out?
Yes, we can. Shout out to Logan and Adrian. Yeah, Logan's a coworker of mine. Works at Skyler with me.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Alyssa. Oh gosh, she's gonna bury me for that one. And shout out to Chris
Me?
Spencer.
Oh, Spencer followed us on
On the YouTube.
Goddamn, Chrissy Spence, dude. That's
Yeah,
my
dude,
guy,
supporting, dude.
That's my dad, dude.
You know what I
Hell
mean?
Yeah, it's a cute bundle of joy. It's a great time. He works at Mona. If you guys ever want to go to a cool bar in El Paso, it's called Mona Bar of Modern Arts, located next to the Tap in downtown El Paso,
El Paso, Texas.
on San Antonio Street.
So anyway,
Sorry, I was trying to be like a KLAQ guy there. But it
we
didn't really
don't
work
have
out.
that guy's voice though.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
So anyway, yeah, like try to use like, and also I've always wanted to get good at like video editing and shit like that, and like it's just something that I just kind of pulled off. Like I have the Adobe account. That's the cool thing about having like spending $50 on Adobe, because like people bitch and complain. It's like, subscriber thing, you gotta pay $50 a month, but you get access to all their shit and free updates, you know, or paid for updates, whatever. But like now that I know how to use like Illustrator, it's like, all right, how do we make a logo for us? How do we work the sound? How do we edit the video? And this is like one of those things that I talk to a lot of people who like run podcasts or whatever, like especially in town, they just burn out. Like it's too much. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, I feel like on pre-workout, I can do a whole lot, but you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, just like, you know, taking that energy and instead of trying to like mellow it out, just like concentrating it and using it to do stuff. It's a weird way of doing it.
But I don't know, man. Like with me, it's like I get bored so easily. Like with everything, dude. And I mean, definitely it's because I'm like fucking like depressed and shit. But like a lot of the times, it's like it just gets really annoying because it's like fucking like I'll get bored of playing video games, so I'll try to get on YouTube or whatever. And then while I'm on YouTube, like the YouTube video will be playing, and then I'll be like on my phone, not paying attention, or I'll be like, oh, everybody talks about this movie, I really want to watch this movie, and I'll put the movie on, and then before like I fucking go into zombie mode, and I just like pull my phone out and start getting on my phone. So I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like you haven't paid attention to any of this. Like,
well, that's why I subscribe to YouTube Red, like the $5 a month subscription service or whatever, because it lets you play the video in the background, so you can like turn it off and just have it like playing on your phone while you're doing something else.
Yeah.
So I'll just like, so I'll have the video playing, and that's why I only release the podcast on YouTube, because that's the only I listen to YouTube. I don't really watch it.
Yeah. I also don't know where else you could release it. Like there's SoundCloud and stuff, but
There's
SoundCloud's
there's
weird.
a whole bunch of like podcast things, but I like the combination of imagery and sound at the same time.
Yeah,
So that's
dude.
why
Honestly, this is gonna sound weird, but we should start uploading our shit to Pornhub.
I have a great idea for a promo picture. I'll run it by you after the podcast, but that's not a bad idea, actually.
Like just putting it on Pornhub, because there's
no, you know what?
this
No.
band actually.
No, the reason you can't do that because you end up being like a Howard Stern type. You know what I mean? Like you
Like we're gonna
become-
have like big titty porn stars on our
like,
podcast.
You ever seen Parks and Rec? Yes, no.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember Ira and the Douche.
No.
Okay, yeah, you end up like those guys. Ira and the Douche.
What do they do? Like what?
That they like those trashy radio hosts. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
I get you.
you ever seen Did you hear about the Britney Spears documentary?
I watched a little bit of it.
Okay, did you hear the conversation that Justin Timberlake had with Howard Stern?
What? Tell him. Well, tell him.
Tell him.
Tell him. Tell Joe. Tell Joe what it is.
Yeah. So he's talking to Justin Timberlake, right? And he's all like, so he's like, hey, Justin Timberlake. I don't really. That's not a good Howard Stern impression, but
Yeah.
And Justin Timberlake's like, Justin Timberlake, and he's all like, hey, did you have sex with like Britney Spears or what?
What? Did you have sex with your girlfriend?
Well, no. But this is after they broke up. This is why he got so much static after the fact, and he was all like, yeah. Oh no. He's all like, I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And he's all like, come on, bro, tell me, just let me know. And he's all like, yeah, I totally had sex with Britney Spears. And you're like, they were having like a dude locker room talk on the radio.
Yeah.
That would be our podcast if we were like introducing it on Pornhub, I feel.
No, it wouldn't. I think it's just like, to me, it's just more of a joke. Because what I was gonna say is that this band, I didn't wear the shirt on purpose. I just put a shirt on. But this band, they have a live set on Pornhub, like a power trip show. They have a
Wait.
live power trip show on.
Is that your band?
No, dude. What the fuck?
Sorry.
This band is a good band. They're from Dallas, but their vocalist died last year, so I don't think they're gonna be a band anymore.
That's right. Yeah, that's the one you were
It's
telling
pretty
me
sad.
about. Yeah.
It was honestly a bummer. And when I found out, I was in the hospital, so I was like recovering, and I was like, "Well, these Power Trip's still out there?" And it's like, "Power Trip guy is dead." Riley Gale, I should say his name. Say their name, dude. Anyway, he died. I don't know how. So apparently he died in his sleep. Whatever. It's besides the point. But their band like uploaded a live set to Pornhub, and that was like a good marketing move on them because it became funny. It's like, dude, did you know if you go on Pornhub and you look up Power Trip, you can see like a fucking live set. So like if people go on Pornhub and they look up Banquet Boys, they'll just be like a podcast.
No, see, at that point, I do believe that like Coors would go out of their way to go ahead and like trademark the word banquet just so they can like, we got to tell these guys to fuck off. Like there's like no way.
Well,
But it
whatever.
could be the other way. Like say for like say if our favorite thing to drink was like Mike's Hard Lemonade, then I'd be confident in saying it's like, dude, we should totally promote on Pornhub because Mike's Hard Lemonade would be about that.
Dude, what if Natter Days decided to sponsor us? Would you drink Natter Days?
Fuck no, dude. Natural Light maybe because it's still a beer in the beer sense of the word, but not Natter Days.
Natter Days
Dude,
are good,
We
man.
had those for $1 at the bar, and they didn't sell. And I got yelled at for having them for $1. When I put them for $1, like the owner was just kind of like, "Why are we selling this for $1?" And I was like, "They don't move. They don't sell."
Yeah.
Like, and he's all like, "No, put them back to regular price." And I'm like, "Yeah, because that's
$2.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that'll move them."
Fuck.
But yeah, so I don't know. But yeah, no Pornhubbies.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, maybe I might just upload my own shit to Pornhub, you know?
But then again, if Pornhub does hit us up tomorrow and be like, "Hey, $1 million to like advertise a Pornhub," it'd be like, "All right, dude, where do I bend over and sign?" So
Yeah, well,
I like money.
we'll see, dude. Well, but if we did get sponsored by Pornhub, well, isn't like, you know, fucking Logan Paul, right? That douchebag?
yes.
Yeah, the one that like, dude, I don't know how he's still famous.
Oh, he's famous now because
He's a fighter and he just talks shit.
he's not a fighter, dude. He decided he wanted to box some other. I think YouTube boxing is gonna become like that's gonna be the new thing, right? Because like that's like the whole what they call like the downfall.
Well, dude, you know what's funny is that it's literally celebrity deathmatch now.
Yes, because okay, so like there's a movie and they talk about like the fall of like the empire. I think it was Michael Moore. I think it was, and they talk about like at the fall of the Roman Empire, that's when like the gladiator games like really picked up, you know, because they needed a distraction from all the shit that was going on.
Yeah.
And you know, like there's a bunch of shit going on in America, so you know, football and UFC and whatever. And so they say with like the worse society gets as a whole, like spectator sport will become more of an attraction. And so like, you know, with the whole YouTube celebrity boxing thing, like the fact that like Mike Tyson came out of retirement to fight Roy Jones Jr.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I think and Mike Tyson's going to fight Evander Holyfield again. Like these dudes retired. Like when I was a kid, like I remember seeing these fights on pay-per-view. You know, I'm 35 and I was like, and then like they're fighting again. It's like, why are you doing that? I feel like our culture, or at least pop culture, is just everybody's out of ideas, like about everything.
And it's weird because I feel like there's so many ideas to be like explored.
Right.
Into,
But nobody wants to take a risk.
yeah. And
But-
also people don't listen to it, or like people don't watch it or listen to it. Like if you try doing something weird, like American audiences, especially like in America has like a super huge like hipster complex where they if something isn't cool to everybody else, then it's just deemed not cool. Like, I don't know, man. Like even like in small circles, like there's always like this it's trendy, dude. That's all it is. It's trendy. At least
Yeah.
I mean maybe it's just something that happens in El Paso, but
Like I think at first it started like because okay, the thing about where we live, El Paso, is like I feel like sometimes we're like 10 years behind the curve on some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why like when Limp Bizkit had a concert here, and I think it happened like 3-4 years ago.
Boo.
And at the Tattoo Festival, and it was like the first time they've ever been to El Paso, right? Like since I've like been alive, and of course they showed up after like, well, we can't perform in LA anymore, and like no one in Austin wants to hear us. So what about El Paso? I don't know. See what the ticket sales are like. And it's like, oh shit, we sold out. It's because we're still like, dude, they never came here, and they're finally showing up. Like, yeah, like and then Guns N' Roses came here, and
Yeah.
like the show was ridiculous. Like,
you went?
No, I'm like people were like showing up like crazy. Like it's just like because I live in Kern Place, like right above the Sun Bowl. And like there was like cars parked all the way up to our fucking house, like people parked and like going to that. And
Holy
it's just,
shit.
and it's ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Metallica was the same way. Like it's all these.
Wow,
bands.
dude, I wish I went to the Metallica show.
I'm not a big fan of Metallica.
I mean, I like Metallica, but that show is just cool. Like seeing a band that big and Don Haskins, like.
Right? No. Okay. A band that used to be that big in Don Haskins.
No, they're still that big, dude. Dude, they sell out AT&T Stadium.
Right. They'll sell out, but it's all off of nostalgia points. I mean, that's part of the thing I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
I mean
like-
they're not making like really cool shit anymore, but
Right.
but I still like I would still love to hear like any song from And Justice for All live. Like, I'd be like, holy shit, dude, it's fucking blowing my tits off right now.
Right. So would you? Okay, what I'm saying, like, would you go to a Metallica show, and then like once you've been to it, like, you'd be like, all right, cool, I got to see them. Like, and they came like the year after. Would you go see them again? And
Probably not.
With it, yeah, without them releasing any new content, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
probably not. You're right.
yeah, because once you hit that nostalgia like thing, like like we saw Slayer in concert, that was cool.
Yeah, and I would go see Slayer again.
Yeah, actually, let's see Slayer.
fucking
again,
love
too.
Slayer.
That was an amazing show.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Wait, what? So okay, why would we see Slayer again but not see Metallica?
Because Slayer's
again?
fucking sick, and Slayer never got soft. Like Slayer did, like they started getting like it's kind of weird. They started sounding like kind of like almost like hardcore, like towards the end of their like music career, but it was still heavy. Like they didn't try to like, you know, Metallica did the whole what's it called, that album that nobody likes, Saint Anger, where like Lars straight up. No, I forgot was.
Yeah, it's like
But that's a song. That's a
no,
song.
it's the one with the like the I'm a golden bell away. It's like
What the fuck are
I
you?
have no
What are you
idea.
doing, dude?
That's the way they sound. That's their sound. That's what they sound
Okay.
like.
But like, so they released that album Saint Anger, and the drummer had said that guitar solos were out of style and that they need to stop having guitar solos. So that whole album has no guitar solos, and it's like,
trash.
really, you go from fucking Master of Puppets having like a 3-minute section of just guitar, drum, bass, instrumentals, and then like fucking guitar solos all over that shit, right? Even bass solos, and now it's like, oh well, the youngins don't like this anymore. Then it's like that's like a puss move, because it's like, well, you're clearly trying to sell out. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Well, I mean, I think that was a
people
very
don't like solos.
I think that was very apparent back when they were doing like the whole anti Napster like thing. So like, funny story, like Twitch had
I
a
don't really agree with that.
Twitch had a live stream, and Metallica started playing like I think it was Enter Sandman or some shit. I don't know what it is. I don't listen to them. I don't like them. Fuck Metallica.
Okay, whatever.
All right, whatever. Got that across. Okay, good.
See what I mean? Classic El Paso opinionated guy.
No. Anyway, so anyway, they started playing their song, and the YouTube algorithm picked up like Metallica being played, and they're like, copyrighted music being played, live stream shut down, and then like they muted the live stream because like copyrighted music was being played by the band that played the song, but they don't own the song anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's the huge ass record companies that own the
Yeah.
shit. So like,
No,
but
I
that
feel
was
like-
their doing though.
I feel like Metallica did fight. Oh god, I'm sorry. I feel like,
Camera.
yeah, okay, I don't care.
I'm just saying, bro.
I feel like Metallica did fight they probably got the rights to their music back, because they're real big on that. And I honestly do agree with that, because I think being in the music business right now is hard, man, because you don't really make money off of your
I feel like Spotify kind of like helped fuck that all up.
Yeah, no, Spotify and then Apple Music, and then like
Yeah.
the reason that Tidal started, like Tidal was becoming a thing, was because the artists were saying like, well, it's a thing for people who,
And they pay you more.
yeah, but their marketing campaign was so shitty because they had like all these like millionaire musicians that like, oh, we're gonna release our music exclusively on Tidal, and it's like, oh, okay, you have millions of dollars and you're upset that you're not making more money, so it was kind of a shitty look, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
That's why nobody took them seriously. If they would have been smarter and like started promoting like underground musicians, like, oh, if you go on Tidal, you can check out this guy. He's gonna release his music exclusively on Tidal, and he's been on this fest or whatever, like sold out so many, whatever, blah blah blah. Like check him out on Tidal, you know? And it's like cool, like, cause then now it's like promoting underground shit, you know?
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know. It's
But I feel like I think at that point though, like Spotify already had like such a giant market share.
Right.
Like they were like the Netflix of like, what do you call it, streaming music. That like at that point they were just too fucking big. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
it's just cool, man. Like I remember when Spotify first came out, I was always like, well, I have my Zune, so who cares, right? But like then I realized like, holy shit, like I have all the music that's on here, and I can look up anything that I want.
and I can discover new music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
It's
a cool
crazy.
part. That was the badass shit.
Yeah. I still think that the podcasting like platform on Spotify is like it needs a lot of work. I don't listen to any podcasts.
Dude,
on
I
there.
tried like listening. Okay, no, actually, I did listen to Joe Rogan's last podcast because I usually just like listen to it on YouTube, and so I listened to it on Spotify for like the first time ever, and like the first like 15 minutes of it is like fucking ads. You know what I mean? It's
Really?
yeah, it's all like, shit, I forgot what ad it was, but it was one for Joey D's like, this is Joey D here. Come listen to come over here and listen to blah, blah, blah on the new medium. Pow, man, it fucking like, you know what I mean? Like it was just like 15 minutes of fucking like ad, like just, I was like sitting there like fucking like, like, yeah.
I do. I don't know. I guess I'm like I might be like branching off too hard. Oh shit. But I have like a serious aversion to advertisement. Like I hate being advertised to.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Dude, I hate it.
Come get your
I hate
wings
it.
at
Like,
Buffalo Wild
I
Wings.
hate ads, dude. I hate ads like the same way I hate traffic.
You're
Like
you're like smashing the skip ad button on every fucking video
yes,
that you
and
see.
like I'll wait there. And honestly, sometimes like it's weird. It's like a subconscious thing about me thinking that I'm getting brainwashed. So like I will look at like, or sometimes I'll play games, and you know how there's like ads in between. Like if you beat a level, there'll be like an ad or something, or if you fail, there'll be an ad. Or it'll be like, oh, watch this ad, and then you can get like 15 coins or whatever, right? And I'll do it. Like sometimes I want to play the game, I'll do it. But then like me just being stupid, I'll be like, okay, watch ad. And then I'm so stubborn that I'll put the phone down and I'll just like look around.
Here's what. Okay, so when like I remember when streaming services first started, the cool thing was like, okay, cool, I can pay to not have commercials on my shit. Like I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? So like, you know, Amazon Prime, whatever, get the video, you know, and then they started sticking like little like 10-second ads in the front of everything, whatever. That's cool. Of course, that's how it starts, right? They just start sticking little 10-second ads in front of everything.
Right. Even you get 10-second ads now with Amazon where they're not giving you real ads, but they're promoting like Amazon shows.
But here's the fucking like here's the crazy ass shit about Amazon, right? Like you watch something and then you get an ad for something like an ad for an object or just whatever, you know what I mean? But then a buy it now,
Fleshlight?
whatever. No, I don't think so. But then you get a buy it now link to buy it on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah.
And you just push buy it now
And you
and
buy it out, it'll take it to the thing. You can buy it on fucking
that's
Amazon.
dangerous,
That's
man.
fucking crazy. I mean, granted, being drunken with Amazon Prime was already fucking like a whole, like that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, like you get an ad for the thing, and then right after the ad or during the ad, you get a click it, buy it now thing. So you can just like do everything you want, like on just one fucking
yeah.
one little.
It
app,
is
dude.
really crazy, dude. And like 2-day shipping is perfect.
Well,
Like
no, but it's not perfect because he's going out of his way to be like 2-day shipping. Fuck that. 1-day shipping, bitches. And then now he's getting like, so all the shopping malls, like, because you know shopping malls are dying, right?
yeah.
So
He's
Amazon,
making distribution centers.
he's buying up all the shopping malls in the world and making distribution centers. And so 1-day
Later,
shipping,
Sunland Park.
1-day shipping, dude. Yeah, Sunland Park's done, bro.
Right? That's like, well, I think Bassett is probably gonna be what.
No, so Bassett actually
Submit
gets hit.
your
Bassett
responses for.
Bassett Mall gets hit like a motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
it's busy as shit. Like
Well, I don't think so.
no, okay, not Cielo Vista busy.
I think it's because of
These are
Target.
These are malls in El Paso, Texas, by the way.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, Cielo Vista gets hit. We shouldn't be saying this. But Bassett gets hit, and then Sunland Park for sure does not get hit at all. It's like trash. It's a great mall, but it's just dead as fuck. And that's like
Yeah, I like Bassett.
you're like, well, I think he's gonna buy Sunland Park Mall and turn it into a Amazon
Distribution. Well, we're gonna have a headquarters here. Did you hear about the human remains?
No,
that
no,
were
we're not
found?
getting a headquarters. We're getting a fulfillment center.
Oh no.
Yeah. What do you think he's gonna like? He wants to move. He wants to be here. He doesn't want to come to El Paso for anything.
Why not?
Cause it's El Paso. Sorry, we love this city. I love El
Speak for
Paso's
yourself.
great, huh?
Speak for yourself.
Hey, shut up. El Paso is pretty chill, dude.
All right, whatever.
Dude, we're gonna be like the East LA of Texas. Don't read into that. Do not.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Hey, East LA is multicultural and like, you know, there's rich culture. I would love to be the anything LA of Texas. No one's gonna want to hear that shit, but like, I would like for Texas to be more like California.
Go to Austin.
The prices are really high. I don't want to. It's too much. Like
Well, you
how-
wanted to, yeah.
That's too much.
That's too much like California.
Yeah, Elon Musk is going there, and that guy 50-50 on Elon Musk, dude.
I don't know, man. I think El Paso's all right, but
Tesla's all right.
they found human remains.
They found a bone. They found one freaking bone.
They found one human remain.
I'm all like, yeah, so they only found one bone. Like, wait, some guy probably just lost his arm there. It's no big deal.
But they found more body or bones, I guess. I don't know. I didn't look into it. I just saw the headline and I was like, whoa, crazy. And that's it. But it was on Hondo Pass. There was a Hondo Pass. They were doing something on Hondo Pass and they found more bodies. More. I mean, I don't want to say bodies. I'm spreading rumors now. But they found more human remains there. And at least one bone was found on Hondo
It's just
Pass.
one bone, dude. It's not a big deal. One bone.
It's like, so what? A guy lost a bone. Doesn't mean he's dead.
People lose bones all the time.
Oh
you
my
know?
God,
Bone
dude.
here, bone there. It's bone
Dude, have you ever
everywhere.
thought about like how many like do you like for sure bodies have been dumped in like Escalante Park?
Wait, why do you say for sure? Like,
Because I feel like
Well,
that's
you know,
genuine.
dog.
Like, cause okay, so I went to Ruidoso this weekend, right? I know a lot, man.
go ahead.
I went to Ruidoso this weekend, and I went to Into the Mountain Gods, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
to go gamble or whatever. And
You you went to go gamble. I went high roller, bitch. You gambled $20 and just left. And that was it.
well, okay, so it's a cool story. It's the first time that I've gambled in my life.
All right, we're going. Okay, go.
Wait, no, I gotta tell a story now. I gotta tell a
All
story.
right, fuck it, go.
But just remind me about the dead bodies, all right? Okay, so
Dead bodies, by the way.
dead bodies.
You said to remind you it's on.
Okay, yeah,
right.
okay. Yeah, well, just remind me later.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is my gambling story, all right? It's a pretty cool story. Okay, I went and I've never gambled before and I was nervous because like I really wanted to play blackjack because I played blackjack in Red Dead Redemption and it's really fun. But like in real life, you can't just get up and shoot everybody. So like you have to do good.
You have to actually be good.
Yeah. But I was thinking like, I'll just play blackjack or whatever. Like I really want to play blackjack, but like getting into a table was so hard, and on top of that, like it's just so intimidating. Like you don't want to go up there and like feel like you don't know the rules, even though you do. Like you don't want to go up there and look like a chump and like piss everybody. I feel like you're gonna piss everybody off because it's like a bunch of old people and the dealer, so they're gonna be like.
So why did you feel like that? Like it's just like a stigma of going to like a blackjack table and like trying to feel like a high roller, or
No, it's like being a newbie, like where like it's like
right? But you're trying to pretend you're not. Like you're trying to pretend that you're not a newbie, right? Like you're
yes,
trying to be like,
exactly.
yeah.
Like you don't want to look like a high roller, but like I mean I didn't plan on being. I was gonna like because it was a $15 minimum, so I would just put $15 and then
Yeah.
they give you chips or whatever.
No one thought you were a professional gambler. I promise you that.
No, I'm not saying that. I didn't want to look like a professional gambler. I just didn't want to like.
Plus, they have rooms for that. I don't know if you saw that.
This
but
is
they
the
have
way.
rooms
This
for
is the
that
way I
shit.
feel about it. This is the way I feel about it. It's like imagine, like somebody's having a magic or not even magic.
you gonna say Magic the Gathering?
Dungeons and Dragons. They're having a Dungeons and Dragons game night, right? And everybody's there, and then you come in and you're like, oh, I've always wanted to play, but like you show up to the table and you don't know shit, and all these people like they're like they don't want noobs there, you know? Like it's like
Yeah.
if you're gonna come play,
I know people
you
like
gotta
that.
know-
Shout out to Javi and Adrian for not wanting noobs at their Dungeons and Dragons game. Fuck you guys. Anyway,
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying though. Is like that's honestly how like those tables are. Is like everybody there knows how to play. So if you show up and you start, it's kind of like you're fucking up their experience because it's like, oh, like I have to deal with this guy over here. He's like a fucking
where were you at,
fucking Into the Mountain Gods.
dude? Nobody like.
Dude, it's a bunch of old old grannies and grandpas, and like they're all like they're playing the game that they like. or
Yeah, they're
whatever.
getting pretty down. Well, again, like if you notice when you walk into that casino, there's like those private rooms that, like, I don't even want to step into because I feel like I'll
whoa.
get. Yeah. No. They're not okay. They're not like. Wait. What'd you say that for?
Damn, Darren's going into the private rooms.
No,
dude.
the ones you can't like.
Sheesh, dude.
The ones
you really
that, like,
are into
okay,
that weird Russian shit,
So
huh?
you walk into the casino, and of course, there's the main floor with like all the like slot machines and the blackjack tables and the whatnots. And then if you notice on the edge, though, there's like these glass doors that block off like the Texas Hold'em tables. And I feel like those are the rooms that like what you're worried about, like just walking up to the regular ass blackjack table. Like I feel like those
It's also
rooms.
okay. be fair. Be nice to me. It was also intimidating. Like, it is really intimidating. Like, I've never gambled before.
I don't like for me. I don't feel
Like
like
that's something I would be down to do that in Vegas because there's so many tourists that I'm sure that the dealers and everybody there are used to it. Like having, but like at something like Inn of the Mountain Gods, like it's all these people that have like retirement homes or like little cabins that they go stay in on the weekend in Ruidoso, and they like to go, they like to gamble, they like to do this shit. So they're regulars there.
For me, it feels like you ever seen like any Ocean's 11, like Ocean's 11, 12,
No.
13, like, you know, like George Clooney walks up and he's all suave, and you know what I'm saying, like he's George Clooney, and then the movie's all like high class, and they talk about Frank Sinatra, and you're like, ooh, casino, I gotta be like Frank Sinatra, it's gotta be like classy, and I'm showing up there.
No,
and like,
it's
it
none of
might be-
that.
for me, it is.
I don't think casinos
For-
are classy.
Casinos are classy as fuck.
How the fuck are casinos classy?
They just are. Like,
No, they're not. I think that casinos are scummy.
no. Okay, it depends on what
I
casino. you're
ate a
talking
hot
about.
dog from a snack bar in the casino, dude.
Okay, hold on.
It's pretty scummy.
Maybe not that casino, but if you ever go to Vegas and you walk into the Bellagio, you're like, holy shit, this place is classy as shit. Also, watch Ocean's 11.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It's the difference.
Right, they're the classy casinos. Anyway,
So
Dead Bodies.
No. Okay, no.
Dead
Dead bodies coming
Bodies.
up, but I have to explain myself. Okay,
Okay,
so
go ahead.
it was my first time that I went gambling. Right. So the minimum that you could pull out from the ATM was $60. So I pulled out $60, and I was like, okay, because I wanted to pull out 40, but you had to pull out 60, so I pulled out 60, and then I was like walking around. I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Like all these games look crazy, and I don't know the rules. So then I saw this one, and it was just like one of those old school ones where you just pull the lever, and then if your shit matches up, you win, right? So I went up to it, and I was like, okay. It was a $5 credit, like $5 for one credit, right? So I put in my 20 because that's all I had was 20. So I put in the 20, and then I put bet one credit, and then I pulled a little lever. And then I was just sitting there, and then it made a noise. Like some things happened, and then it made a noise, and I was like, what does that mean? Because I was like, honestly, I went in expecting to lose all my money because that's just the way I feel about.
that's a signal. Yes, the house always wins. That's the thing.
Yeah. So I was just like, I went in just expecting to lose all my money, but from that one time that I pushed that button, I won $40. So I pulled out 60 and I won 40. And I put 5 in or whatever. So at that point, like right there, I was just like, okay, I'm done. So I literally played one game. I won $40 and I felt good. And I just didn't gamble anymore.
See, okay, yeah. So yeah, I think you have that same kind of like that personality where like for me, it just like doesn't apply to gambling. Like I'll do something cool like one time, and then after that, like you know, if you win in gambling, the thing that you're so fearful of losing, like you did it one time and you're good, right? You're
Right.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you know, like I used to think that I would try like every drug at least once, and I'd be like, cool, I experienced it and I'm done. But I hit a certain level, like with a certain drug, and I was like, I'm not doing that shit anymore. Like that's kind of bad. Like I'll do it one time, and see how it is. And I'm like, I'm not doing everything one time. I can live without doing everything one time.
So bodies.
Dead bodies.
I was looking at the lake when I was there because there's a lake outside of Inn of the Mountain Gods in Ruidoso, New Mexico.
It's a beautiful
And
lake.
It's all right.
What are you talking about? It's
It's had
beautiful.
some water and some trees.
But I saw it during the wintertime when there was a bunch of snow and it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, well, it's a lake.
Yeah.
It's a water. It's a body of water.
Oh, you're such an ass.
So I was looking at that lake and I was thinking, wow, this is just a regular lake. I can't believe how much like this lake looks like all the other lakes that I've
It's
been
a
to.
beautiful view, you shithead.
But amongst those thoughts that I was having,
It's a great view, you fuck ass.
amongst those thoughts that I was having, I thought, how many bodies are in this water? Like how many people have been dumped in here? And I was thinking about like those like what's it called, like 48 hours shows or whatever.
No, I feel like you did what like. Do you remember? Okay, did you ever see the South Park episode where they watch like a bunch of like crime shows or like a big thing in the neighborhood? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it's a informative murder porn.
Right. And then like the kids are playing SVU, I guess. Like I don't really know what the fuck they're playing. They're some kind of cops or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they're going around the neighborhood solving crimes. And then like the old lady, she's all like, it's all, oh, you know, like I hope you guys can find out who ate my apple pie. And so they're like, okay, we're on it. We're gonna find out who ate your apple pie. And so they find the empty tin and shit. And it's like, all right, so Detective Eric, what do you think? Well, I think that the husband was jealous of her. Like she was making an apple pie and he could smell it. He's like, yeah, and she won't let me have it. She won't let me have it. So I'm gonna find her. And I'm like, and then she, and then he fucking like he kills her. Like that was her whole theory. Is that like, yeah, so like, and then he wanted to bash her head. He wanted to bash her fucking head in with the fucking axe and like blood everywhere and blah blah blah. Like you know what I mean? And then he just went to like, it's like, Detective Kenny, did you find out what happened with the pie? And the dog's like.
Carmen.
No, the dog is sitting there like looking out of the pan.
Oh, shit.
But her imagination had just gone off the fucking rails.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but I was just thinking about it. Like, I'm sure that there's for sure at least one body in that lake, dude.
No.
What do you mean no?
Why does it go automatic? Could you just take in the view, man? Like it's like majestic and it's pretty.
No, I don't work that way, dude. I can't have
that's
happy
true.
moments in my life.
All right, so dead body in Hondo Pass, go.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's dead body there, and then I thought about like, okay, so I'm thinking this about it's called Grindstone Lake, right? In Ruidoso, that one, the one that I was looking at. But then there's like Ascarate Lake, and for sure there's like some dead bodies in that shit too.
Actually, didn't they found, you're the one that told me they found human remains. Oh wait, no, you're saying that there probably is human remains at Ascarate.
Yeah. Why not?
Well, maybe.
Like, okay, where the sack
Okay,
is,
but
the
you also gotta remember-
desert, there's bodies all over the desert for sure.
I don't know how long it takes a body to decompose inside the ground, but you got to remember, like
2 weeks.
Like completely.
I'm just kidding. I just wanted
Yeah,
to be
that doesn't
creepy.
sound right at all.
No, I just wanted to be creepy.
It's like, no, it's not 2 weeks.
It takes exactly 2 weeks.
Yeah, like I imagine it's kind of like, like, because remember, this was like
I think it happens
Frontier.
pretty fast, honestly.
I don't think it does.
Yeah,
this
because
was
you start going
Frontier.
like you go into like rigor mortis, I think like a couple hours after you do, and like all the bacteria in your body starts eating your shit up like right away. So like a body will start to smell after like 3 days.
You ever heard of that crazy shit where like if a flood happens in a graveyard, like the coffins will start to like float up?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're airtight.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Dude, what would you do? Like there's like the old school like spooky stories or whatever of like towns flooding, and like the coffins will come out of the graveyard or whatever, and it'll be like people will open their door and it'll be like the body of somebody that they fucked over like when they were alive. You ever heard shit like that?
No.
Like a town will have like a crazy flood or whatever. It's like one of those like urban legend things. But like a town will have like a crazy flood, and then like this guy that you like double crossed when you were alive, or like you like did something, then you like fucked his girl or whatever, like his coffin, like when your like house is like flooded and shit like that, you open your door and you're like trying to leave your house, and his coffin is the one that's like floating in front of your front porch, dude.
That's yeah, you're an odd fellow.
Why?
I don't know. It's like you're just like super into that, dude.
Well, I just like spooky stuff,
Just
dude.
like spooky murderous stuff.
Yeah, dude. Well, not spooky murdery stuff. First of all, no, I don't like murdery stuff. That kind of shit creeps me out. But that's what I think about. Like,
But I feel like we're getting like super desensitized. Like, what's that show? And I know you love it too, Mindhunter.
yeah, that's a cool show.
We'll talk about that because that's a whole nother episode. But
Okay.
like, just like the Jeffrey Dahmer fucking documentary, and then like we're just being desensitized to like crazy ass shit on TV. So when we see it in real life, we're just kind of like, meh, no big deal. Like it's not that crazy. It's not that bad.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest, and I told this to my friends too. And I'm not saying this like this is just one of those. This is one of those.
You're on camera and you're being recorded. I just want to.
So should I just not say anything?
Yeah,
then?
go ahead, say it. I want to hear it.
Okay. Okay. But this is like an honest thought that I had, and I don't like. My thing is that I have a lot of like crazy thoughts that I don't like, and that's kind of like whatever. But
Everybody has those,
yeah,
but the difference between you and like say John Wayne Gacy is that you don't act on them.
well, okay. So this is the thought that I had. All right. So I was driving on the freeway, whatever, and then like I drove by this guy who was on the emergency lane, and I was in the slow lane, and the emergency lane, like he was there, and he had a bike, and he was like doing something, like adjusting something, whatever, and I drove by him, like whatever, I didn't think anything of it. So he like I'm driving and then out of nowhere I hear like, "Whew," like, and like it was fucking loud, dude. And he drove like right next to me, like fucking.
Yeah,
and-
they all do that. It's fucking
and
douchey.
it scared the shit out of me. Like
Yeah,
it
because that's
scared the
everybody.
shit. It fucking like I was like, whoa. And I remember I got scared and I was like, what the fuck? Like I was like, what the fuck? And when he drove away, like I had this like, this is a nasty thought that I had. I had like he was driving away and I was like, bitch, like you're gonna like I hope you eat shit. Like you're gonna fucking eat shit. And then I thought about it, I was like, that's not nice. Like you shouldn't think that. That's like not something that you want to wish on somebody. But I was just so pissed off at the time that like
Well,
that
I've
came
actually
out.
that actual scenario like happened to me though. Like I was exiting off of Executive, and as I was going down, like this fucking Chevy Cobalt like just fucking blasted right past me, right? And I was like, that dumb motherfucker, dude, is like, he's probably gonna fucking crash, dude. Like, fucking idiot. Like, I mean, it wasn't as like gnarly. He's like, I want him to fucking crash. It was like, he's probably gonna wreck the dumbass. And straight up right in front of me, he went like, he was going, and then a car came out of the intersection and just like went and didn't even notice him because he was hauling ass.
Yeah.
And he fucking T-boned the shit out of them, like right in front of me. And I was just kind of like I fucking froze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Like when it actually happens, like it's a little nutty. Like I drove around in circles. I called my girlfriend. I was just kind of like, dude, like get out and help. I don't know what's going on. And
Yeah.
I saw the ambulance and like fire truck show up. So like it was cool. But I was like, dude, like that shit. Like it's scary when it happens.
But I
though.
just don't like that thought that I had because it's like I don't want to wish anything bad on anybody, you know.
But you can't
But-
help it though. People do that shit.
Yeah, and it's like just like some nasty thing. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm not proud that I had it, but I think also like I'm glad that I acknowledge that it's not a good thought, you know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like sometimes people like will say shit like that and like they won't realize that that was a shitty thing to say until like they'll be like, oh yeah, I hope you fucking crash or whatever, blah blah blah, like fuck you.
And then it actually
And then
happens.
yeah, and then they're just like, they're like, oh shit, you know, like what the fuck, like it actually happened and this person died.
But I also
like,
think you said it because knowing that like it's probably not gonna happen. Like you know what I mean? Like
well, I think I just said it because I was pissed off.
yeah.
Like honestly, and I did get really scared, and I thought about like, damn, what if I was like switching lanes? It's like exactly what you said, like, when you're going fast, and especially on a bike, dude. Like bikes are not like cars. Bikes are like they look unreal. Like when you see a motorcycle hauling ass, like
But also they drive like okay. So the thing about El Paso is that our traffic like never gets like incredibly bad. Like so it's one of those places that in America that it pays to have a car because you can drive everywhere, right? And so when you buy a bike, especially during the pandemic, people started driving like shit because there wasn't like traffic like was almost non-existent because no one was going to work. And so you see like, but even when like traffic is like sort of bad, like you see bikes and they're the assholes that are like cruising on the fucking white lines, like going in between cars and shit like that.
well, they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, but like it's also kind of like, and they'll do it fast though, and it's like, dude,
Yeah, it's difference between
that's a
yeah.
bad idea because
Yeah.
like, and I've seen people do it. Like I saw a guy do a wheelie on the freeway and wipe out. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, there's that FitFam posted that new video. There's a new video of a guy who was doing you can see the sack behind him, like on 375, and he's doing a wheelie, right? And he's like, well, he's doing one of those wheelies where like he's grabbing the front, but he's like has his feet on the back of the bike, like on the ass part. So he's like standing up doing the wheelie, and then like there's a guy in the truck who's recording him. And then the guy like points to the rearview mirror, and you just see this fool like sprawled out on the floor, like he fucking like wiped out. And then there was somebody else that caught like the same thing on camera, like they caught him like wiping out like from like where a better view was. I'm like, why would you do that, man? Like,
it's just douchey drivers, man. Like of anything. Like,
what's the point though? Like even like when people try to race me in my car is like not like. It's not gonna do anything impressive.
But your car in El Paso, especially, or actually in general, I think, just says like, "Hey, I did something to the motor, race me, dude." Dude, you have like drag radials almost on the fucking car, or at least you have the rims. Like you're like kind of inviting, like people trying to race.
I don't
your
think
ass.
I'm inviting anybody.
And it's an Integra. No one drives those anymore. That's a
I
tuner
do.
car, huh?
I do.
That's a tuner car. That's an enthusiast car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But I mean, I don't like. Also, like, I think if you're like a real enthusiast, you
Sorry.
if you're a real enthusiast, if you see another car and you see that it's like a cool car, it might not be a car that you like, but you're not gonna fuck with somebody in their car or whatever because you think like I'm not gonna try to race them or whatever because like I know they probably don't want to beat up their engine.
That's not true. When I first bought my Honda Civic, like
Where is it now?
Shit, I don't remember. I sold it to get 300ZX, but when I bought a Honda Civic, like as soon as I got off the lot, like I was cruising up Trowbridge, and someone tried to race me, like while I was going up Trowbridge. I had just bought the fucking thing off of Alameda.
Right, I know, but that's what I'm saying. So that's whoever tried to do that. Like me with my car, I don't want to race it or do anything like that. Like I love my car, and my thing is like I love my car so much that
But the point is,
I want it to last forever.
the point is that like I know you thought ill of yourself for being a dick and like wanting this person to crash or whatever, but you just sometimes you can't like solve douchey driving, man. Like you know he was being a
No,
fucking
I think
asshole.
it's just my problem is that I just didn't like the thought that I had. Like I don't think it was a genuine thought.
That's a good thing though. See, the fact that you didn't like the fact that you had that thought means you're A-okay, I think.
so far.
Hey, that's okay in my book, or in my book, that's no good.
So thank you to the 5 subscribers that we
Actually, so 5 subscribers. Fuck. I had this whole thing planned out. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So we should just take the shot. Fuck it. All right.
Well, explain what you said.
No, like, okay, we did a take before
I'll
this.
do it 'cause he's
no,
being
no,
a
no.
puss.
We had a take before this, and I had this all planned out, and it worked out really well. But I just didn't like the conversation, so I decided to trash that whole fucking episode. We're only 15 minutes into it, whatever.
It's because
So
we were getting like
basically
we were getting
gonna,
really
like,
deep into like things that I felt and like my feelings and stuff. And,
No.
and
We
Darren
started
was
talking
like,
about bar
"That's a-
shit, and I feel like we just like we bartended for fucking forever, and we just get like that's an easy thing for us to fall into. So I was like, nah, I don't want to. But so we're gonna shoot this shit.
Well, no, let me explain it. You're doing a bad job. Okay, so Darren did this because we have 5 subscribers, so his idea was that we're gonna shoot a $5 drink. So
Again,
the
it was
only
great.
thing-
It worked out really well.
The only thing that they had was this Northern Peak bullshit.
No, they
and
had a lot of stuff,
I'm
but
just
this
letting you
one
know,
came in a
I
plastic
don't like
bottle.
this, and I shot this already, and then Darren's making me do it again because
Right. The first time, like I wanted him to do it again, but he wasn't gonna be surprised about it. It was stupid.
So now I have to do it twice. So this
now we're gonna do it again.
Yeah, and I know what to expect now, which is worse. Like the first time it was like, oh, it's fun, you know, like don't. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, proper shots, you. You took that one. I think that's the bigger one.
No, it's not. All right. Cheers.
Northern Peak Vodka. Actually, well, let's go ahead and say what we're saying. Shout out to our 5 subscribers. 6 now.
6.
Yeah, we have 6.
What?
Yeah.
Since when?
I know. Like, so we feel like you have to celebrate the little victories. Yeah.
But
Cheers.
it would be nice if we had more subscribers because then we could drink more expensive shit.
But I might start measuring subscribers in cents, and that way it takes us. Because think about it, we get 100 subscribers. I'm not going to spend $100 on a fucking bottle.
You think we're gonna get 100 subscribers?
I don't know. Fuck it. Cheers.
Fuck no, we're not.
You don't know that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Good God. It's way worse the second time. A lot worse the second time. Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
No. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram. Shout out to
Banquet Boys 12
no.
ounce.
Shout out to Logan, Alyssa, Chris Spencer, and Adrian. Yay.
Who are the other 2?
Me and you.
Okay. All right. Later, taters.
Sound shaking, earth quaking, change.